There is something that happens before the breakthrough, and it's not what you might expect. There is a moment in your journey when you have tried everything. You have pushed harder than ever before. You have stayed up late into the night, whispering prayers into the dark, asking for answers, asking for signs, asking for relief. You have done the work. You have made the effort. You have sacrificed comfort for progress. And still, the silence remains. You watch others moving forward. You see doors opening for them. You see opportunities finding them. And meanwhile, your path feels still, frozen, unmoving. You begin to question yourself. Is it ever going to happen for me? Did I miss my chance? Am I not worthy enough? I know this feeling. I have lived in that space. But listen closely, because this part is important. That silence is not absence. It is alignment. And once you understand this, once you truly see how the universe works, you will never look at your struggles the same way again. Let's begin with a truth most people overlook. The universe is not made of solid things. It is made of energy. Everything you see, everything you touch, everything you experience, at its core, is energy in motion. Your thoughts are energy. Your emotions are energy. Your words vibrate. Your choices carry frequency. Even your beliefs hum at a certain energetic tone. And like attracts like. Think of it like tuning into a radio station. If your dial is set to sadness, you cannot hear joy. If it's tuned to fear, you won't pick up abundance. The station is always broadcasting, but you can only receive what you are tuned into. The universe is not judging you. It is not rewarding or punishing you. It is mirroring you. Imagine walking into a hall of mirrors. If you frown, the reflection frowns back. If you smile, it smiles with you. The mirrors are not deciding how to respond. They are simply reflecting what stands before them. That is how creation works. Maybe right now you are forcing, hustling, grinding, trying to control every little detail, planning every outcome, double-checking every possibility, trying to ensure nothing goes wrong. And let's be honest, it's not your fault. You were taught this way. Work harder, chase faster, compete more, never stop, never slow down, never rest. You were told that success belongs only to the relentless. But here's the paradox. The more you chase, the further it seems to slip away. Think about trying to hold water in your hands. The tighter you grip, the faster it leaks through your fingers. Desperation cracks the cup. That is what misaligned action looks like. Effort without alignment is like rowing upstream against a powerful current. You exhaust yourself. You burn out. You question your strength. And sometimes you never arrive. Not because you are incapable, but because you are fighting the flow. But when you release the oars, when you stop battling the river and instead align yourself with its direction, something changes. Life begins to carry you. Alignment is not laziness. It is not sitting on the couch waiting for miracles to knock on your door. It is not abandoning responsibility. Alignment is about tuning your inner state before you act in the outer world. Before you move, you ask yourself, am I acting from fear or from love? Am I chasing because I feel empty? Or am I creating because I already feel full? When you align first, action feels different. It feels lighter. It feels inspired rather than forced. You stop asking, what do I need to do to get it? And you begin asking, who do I need to become to receive it? Close your eyes for a moment and picture this. You are holding a bow and arrow. If you aim carelessly, distracted and uncertain, the arrow will drift with the wind. But if you steady your breath, focus your mind, and hold clear intention, the arrow flies true. That is how intention works. It focuses your energy. The universe does not respond to confusion. It responds to clarity. Not begging, not pleading, not whispering, please, if I'm lucky. It responds to declaration. This is who I am. This is where I am going. Those statements are more powerful than you realize. They shift your internal identity, and identity shapes reality. Now let's go deeper. There is an ancient story of a man who longed desperately for water. He carried a fragile cup to the river, but he clutched it so tightly, so afraid of losing it, that when he finally dipped it into the water, the cup cracked under pressure. The river was abundant, the water was available, but his desperate grip left him thirsty. That is what attachment does. The more you need, the more you broadcast lack. The more you demand, the more you vibrate fear of not having. And the universe does not hear your words. It feels your vibration. Want, but do not cling. Desire, but do not demand. Plant your seed. Water it consistently. Protect it from doubt, and then trust the soil. Here is where most people break. Timing. This is the place where faith is tested, patience feels unbearable, and doubt speaks the loudest. We think the universe is late. We assume delays mean denial. We tell ourselves that if it hasn't happened yet, then maybe it was never meant for us in the first place. Maybe we missed the window. Maybe we're too late. Maybe we're not chosen. But life does not operate on your deadline. It unfolds on divine timing, a timing that sees farther than your fear, wiser than your urgency, and deeper than your pain. Pause for a moment and look back at your own life. How many times did something completely fall apart, only for you to later realize it was the best thing that could have happened? That heartbreak that shattered you but forced you inward, where you finally met your own strength. That rejection that stung deeply, yet saved you from walking a path that would have cost you your peace. That delay that felt unbearable at the time, but later placed you exactly where you needed to be, with the right people, at the right moment. The universe does not withhold. It prepares. It removes what you are not ready to hold. It delays what needs time to grow. It reshapes you so that when the moment arrives, you can receive without breaking. So how do you know if you are aligned? The answer has always been inside you. Emotions, not logic, not overthinking, not external validation. Your emotions are the feedback system of the universe. When you feel tight, heavy, contracted, anxious, that is information. That is your inner world signaling misalignment. When you feel peaceful, grateful, expanded, calm, that is guidance. That is your soul saying yes, this way. Your emotions are not random chemical reactions. They are signals. They are the language of the universe speaking through your body, whispering, this direction feels true, or gently warning, not this path, not like this. Here is the deepest secret of all, the one that changes everything once you truly understand it. The universe does not give you what you want. It gives you what you are. Imagine someone who prays every night for love. They beg for it. They cry for it. They feel incomplete without it. But they are praying from loneliness, from emptiness, from the belief that love will finally make them whole. What happens? The universe says, your vibration is my command. And that person continues to attract partners who confirm their loneliness. Different faces, same emotional experience, same emptiness reflected back. But something powerful happens when that person shifts, when they stop begging and start becoming, when they begin to embody love, when they treat themselves with kindness, when they honor their worth, when they choose joy, presence, and self-respect. Whether someone is there or not, suddenly love arrives without force, because they became it. This is universal law. The shift is never external. It is internal. And when you align internally, the external world has no choice but to reorganize itself around you. Then the signs begin to appear. Some people call them coincidences, but you know better. The right person calls at the exact moment you needed reassurance. The words you've been asking for show up in a book, a song, a random conversation. You stumble upon a message, maybe even this one, at the precise moment your soul was quietly asking for clarity. These are not accidents, they are alignments. And when you notice them, something powerful must follow. Gratitude. Gratitude is not just saying thank you. It is a frequency. It is a declaration to the universe. I already have. I already trust. I already believe. The grateful heart never lacks. And because it does not vibrate lack, it attracts more. Gratitude is not a reaction to receiving. It is the cause of receiving. Now let's be real for a moment. Sometimes the universe gives you the opposite of what you asked for, and that hurts. Why does this happen? Because the universe is not small-minded. It does not serve the ego's temporary cravings. It serves the soul's long-term expansion. It does not hand out distractions to keep you comfortable. It gives you tools to make you strong. Every heartbreak, every delay, every closed door, none of it was punishment. It was preparation. You were not being blocked. You were being built. If this is resonating with you right now, pause for a second. Take a breath. Feel your heartbeat. Feel the quiet awareness inside your chest. And then, if it feels true to you, comment, "I trust the timing." Not for the algorithm, not for attention, not to prove anything to anyone else, but as a declaration to yourself. Because words anchor energy. Words create direction. Words shape identity. And when you write something with intention, you are not just typing letters. You are planting a flag in your own consciousness. You are telling your mind, your body, your spirit, "I choose faith over fear. I choose trust over urgency. I choose alignment over anxiety." Say it where you can see it. Let it become a reminder on the days doubt creeps in. Let it echo back to you when impatience tries to take control. Now, if you truly want to understand how the universe works, not just intellectually, but energetically, remember these steps. They are simple, but do not confuse simplicity with weakness. Simplicity is power when practiced consistently. First, set a clear intention. Know what you desire. See it. Feel it. Define it. And more importantly, understand why you desire it. Is it coming from love, growth, expansion? Or is it coming from comparison, fear, or lack? Clarity sharpens your direction. A vague intention creates a vague result. Second, align your energy. Become a match for what you seek. If you desire peace, cultivate peace within. If you desire love, embody love now. If you desire abundance, begin thinking and acting from sufficiency rather than scarcity. You cannot tune into a frequency you are unwilling to hold. Third, release desperate attachment. Desire deeply, but do not cling tightly. Trust without gripping. Believe without demanding. When you cling, you signal fear of loss. When you trust, you signal readiness. Open hands receive more than clenched fists ever could. Fourth, take inspired action, not forced action. There is a difference. Forced action feels heavy, frantic, draining. Inspired action feels guided, natural, aligned. One comes from panic, the other comes from purpose. Move when it feels expansive, not when it feels like you are running from your own shadow. Fifth, listen to your emotions. They are your internal compass. They tell you when you are in alignment and when you are resisting. They whisper before life has to shout. When something feels deeply off, pause. When something feels calm and clear, lean in. Sixth, surrender the timing. This is where ego struggles the most. You want it now. You want guarantees. You want proof. But surrender is not giving up. It is giving over. It is saying, "I will do my part, and I trust that what is meant for me cannot miss me. What is truly yours will not require you to betray yourself to receive it." And finally, live in gratitude, not just when it arrives, not just when the miracle shows up, but before. Gratitude before receiving is faith in motion. It is saying, "I trust so deeply that I am already thankful." That frequency changes everything. This path is not complicated, but it is powerful. It asks you to grow. It asks you to trust when there is no visible evidence. It asks you to release control in a world that glorifies control. It asks you to become the version of yourself who can hold the very thing you've been asking for. So let me ask you something, and answer honestly, not quickly. What if nothing was random? What if every storm was strengthening your foundation? What if every silence was teaching you to listen inward? What if every unanswered prayer was redirecting you towards something better aligned? What if every delay was protecting you from receiving something too small for your destiny? What if the breakdown was actually the breakthrough in disguise? The universe is not outside of you, somewhere distant and separate. It is within you. It moves through your awareness, your choices, your vibration, your growth. When you shift internally, your perspective, your energy, your identity, your external reality begins to respond. When you shift, it shifts. When you align, it aligns. When you trust, it unfolds. Not always instantly, not always dramatically, but consistently, quietly, powerfully. This is how it has always worked. And the moment you stop chasing and start becoming, the moment you stop forcing outcomes and start embodying alignment, you will see it clearly. You will realize that the waiting was shaping you. The silence was strengthening you. The uncertainty was refining you. The universe has never been against you. It has always been working for you. rearranging, recalibrating, realigning things in ways you could not yet see. And now that you understand this, now that you feel it instead of just hearing it, beautiful soul, you are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not late. You are ready.